Hey guys, Will from Nexus Performance, filming our squat series. Today we're going to talk about bracing, which is actually a huge topic. If you haven't, go and watch our breathing videos and how to breathe and learn to manage pressure throughout the body, manage rib position, hip position before you get to this, and a lot of this stuff will make a lot more sense, because when you do that stuff you learn to integrate oblique, transverse abdominis as well as rectus abdominis and the rest, and get pressure throughout the body and expanding, as opposed to just belly breathing, which is not a good way to do it. So bracing fundamentally in a squat is all about keeping ribs and hips together and aligned, and with that spine aligned. It's just much easier to feel these front ones, these ribs and hips, as opposed to feeling your spine extending. But that's fundamentally what we want our bracing for. It's to keep that pressure inside us is going to protect our spine and allow us to stay rigid, so that force transfer through our body is going to make for a bigger squat at the end of the day. So how to do it? Once you learn how to do that, manage that pressure and can hold a zone of apposition between your ribs and your hips in a good position, we're just going to pretty much get that position at the start that we would in breathing. So think about slightly tucking the hips, think about ribs down like we usually do, not a crunch, just the ribs down with an exhale. And then once you've got this position, then it's just about getting a big breath in, nasal or through your mouth, doesn't matter, as long as you're not losing the ribs or losing your hips forward, getting that belly breathing happening. What you want to do is focus on getting out in all directions. You would have heard 360 breathing mentioned before, but sometimes it's just not understood very well, and people still want to focus on breathing into their belly. Really want to do is just, I like to think about breathing into the obliques at the side, or even cueing breathing into the lower back. I find that works better than cueing anything at the front, because it just drives extension, which is exactly what we don't want. So how to do it under a bar? You would go through your normal setup, your upper back tightness, your feet, that's all set. Mickey's going to walk it out. Now from here, she's going to align her ribs and her hips in position, tuck in slightly, little exhale, get the ribs down, not unlocking the knees, everything's still staying really tight. And then from there, she's going to take the breath in, try and expand out as opposed to breathing up, losing the ribs, nothing like that. As much air as she can get in whilst holding that. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, hold that, and dropping in slowly. And she's going to hold that throughout her entire squat. And then at the top, she can breathe out. She'll take another breath if she's doing another rep. Cool. And then rack. So we want to keep that pressure all the way down and up in this squat, only breathing in and out at the top. If you have any questions about that, shoot us a message.